that felt good. It's the first time I've taken the CBR that high. Hell yeah. At 650 miles, I guess it's braking time, you know? Huh. Anyway, I'm commuting into the city today. Just seems like a good day to ride a bike. So why not, right? Enjoy it when you live in a city like Chicago. You never know when the weather turns on you. So, today I want to talk about the different types of people that commute on the Metra. If you guys don't know what the Metra is, it's our main train transportation to and from the city, from the suburbs, and that's what I take every day to work. It's the fastest way to get to work because the rush hour traffic sucks. Like right now I left 2 hours early for work when I would usually leave only 45 minutes before work to catch the train. So that right there just shows how much time you could actually save, because if I left even 20 minutes later, this whole road would probably have been backed up. That's how quick Chicago traffic builds. I mean, it's not as bad as some cities, but it gets annoying, especially when you're on a bike and you're constantly clutching and flicking the wrist and all that other bullshit. You just don't want to deal with it at 5 in the morning. But you know, when I take the Metra, I see a whole bunch of different types of people. Go, bitch! What the fuck you waiting for? A bunch of people on the train, and you know, list some of those categories off. And if you do take the Metra, I want to know what kind of category you fall into. That'd be pretty fun. So, the first category are the power walkers. Yeah, even though you take the train, there are people at the station before they get on the train stretching and doing their yoga in their work clothes, doing yoga and like acting like they're the fittest people on earth. They're like, oh shit, I'm gonna destroy my commute when I get to the city. And it's kind of like, what the fuck are you working out for? You're sitting for another hour on the train, like 45 minutes to an hour. Like, are you gonna stretch when you get off the train? No, because there's nowhere to fucking stretch. So why are you stretching so soon? You're gonna get on the train and fucking fall asleep, and then I'm gonna outwalk you when we get off of the station. It's like, why do all that? Why are you stretching? What hamstring are you gonna pull sitting in the Metra? Like, for real? Huh? And then, you know, those are the same guys that only have like a 3-minute walk to work. But they're like, oh my god, I gotta walk, because then my gluteus maximus will be all flabby, and my husband don't like flab, and other bullshit. And I was like, shut the fuck up, bitch! Hold on. So, you know, those are the power walkers. And then, you got the typical, the coffee drinkers who get like a giant-ass big gulp size of coffee, and then they just read a book and drink coffee in the train. That's all they do. And you're like, what the fuck you drinking that much coffee for? I mean, if I drink a little bit of coffee, I gotta go take a shit, man. Like, how are you drinking a gallon of coffee and still okay? Doesn't make sense. They must have strong immune systems, or not immune systems, what's it called? Digestive systems. Because mine's weak as fuck when I have some coffee. I get a little sip of coffee and I gotta go take a shit for 20 minutes. Play some Clash of Clans on the toilet. It becomes 40 minutes. You guys know what I mean, we all do it. So you got the coffee drinkers, you know, again, they're the ones that have like a giant thing of coffee, and they read a book or a magazine, play Sudoku, so-do-do. And they usually don't make too much noise, but they're just like, you know, take a sip of coffee and go, like, what the fuck you cleaning your throat for? If you don't like the coffee, don't drink it, bitch. But, you know, whatever floats their boat. I can't really do anything about it. what else do we have? We have the sleepers. Yeah, the sleepers are the guys that, you know, they get into the quiet car. Now there's two cars on each Metra train during rush hour, which is basically the times that I take the train. It's always the second car from the front and second car from the back. That's the quiet car. So all these people that want to sleep, they get into that fucking car. Like, I mean, at 5 in the morning, the whole train system is dead anyway. Everybody's already sleeping or watching, you know, whatever. But you got these particular group of guys or girls that get on the train and they're like, well, I'm just gonna take a nap. I'm just gonna nap on the train. I'm just gonna take a nap. I got a power nap because I didn't sleep enough, because I don't know how to go to sleep on time or wake up on a timely manner. So I just gotta take a snooze on the train. And I was like, okay, fine, that's okay. Get in the quiet car. But then they fucking go to sleep and they're snoring throughout the whole fucking car. I was like, it's a fucking quiet car. We yell at people when they're whispering on their phones. We yell at people when they're whispering to each other. But we can't yell at a person that's fucking sleeping. So, you know, it's like you could be like, shh, shh, just like at a movie theater. But what the fuck are they gonna hear? They're fucking sleeping and enjoying their life, you know? Fuck you. Fuck you for being that kind of person, if you know who you are. So, you know, the sleepers, they're not too bad because some of them don't snore as bad. And usually when I have headphones in, it's okay. But it gets bad sometimes, and it's like, come on, be considerate. If you know you're gonna snore, just go into another car where they don't really care. But, you know, that's you know, people don't give a shit in this country. Nobody cares about anybody. Then, you know, after the sleepers, you got the power workers, who are basically like the guys that have a laptop from their company, and some of the laptops may have the the little wireless card so you can work. And then you know, they're the ones that get into the train, and before they even fucking sit down, they have their laptop whipped out, and it's not like they're watching Netflix and having a good time. They're fucking working. Look, people that take the train and work in the city usually have a very hectic life when it comes to commuting and shit, and you gotta work your normal hours, and then, you know, your commute could take up to 3 hours if you have some walking to do and going back and forth from the train. Like, you gotta make time for yourself. These guys, they get on the train, they work on the way there, they work on the way back, and then they're like, oh man, I've just been working all day. My wife left me. My life is just really busy all the time because I'm always working. My kids don't like me. Like, bitch, put your computer down and people will love you again, you know? Like, what the fuck are you spending all this time working for in the city and then going home and working again? And those are also the guys that work from home. Like, they're the ones that get home and they're like, oh, let me whip out my computer again and start working because I'm important. I mean, hell, you could be important, but come on, bro. Make some time for yourself. You don't have to work so hard. You don't gotta work 12-hour days. You're not impressing anybody. So, you know, I know some people are forced into doing it if they have a project or something. That makes sense. But, you know, you just gotta, I'm talking about guys that are constantly on the computer. There's some people that maybe whip out their computer once to check emails for like 20 minutes and then they put it away. So, you know, those guys know what's up. They're balancing it, you know, they want a nice commute, they want to relax a little bit on the train. That's the whole reason why we don't drive to the city, so you can fucking relax and take a step back and be like, oh, what the fuck, and get ready for the day. So you got those power workers, and then, what else we got here? And then these are for the group of people that don't sit in the quiet car. You got like them guys that are always talking about just bullshit. You got, oh, they're the gossipers. That's what they're called, the gossipers. They're just bullshitting about work and life. You know, they're enjoying time. They're laughing and kicking it back with their friends. But, you know, sometimes it gets too personal. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, yesterday I heard a conversation between a woman. She's like, oh, my husband, he doesn't use condoms because he thinks latex is not good for the body and all this hippie bullshit. And I was like, what the fuck you talking about, lady? Man, you in the train, public transportation, people here trying to sleep, and you're talking about condoms and sex, and you're like 45 years old, and I was like, you're fat, you're old, what the fuck? Why are you still having this much sex where your husband has to like use condoms and you be taking a birth control pill and all that shit? I don't want to know that. Shut the fuck up. You know, those are the gossipers. And then the lady she was talking to was talking about her neighbor, how she was taking these like crazy crazy birth control pills that made her like gain all this weight, and now she got pimples all over the place. And I was like, God, you guys, like, shut the fuck up, man. Be nice. Be nice to one another. Must be a reason why she's taking that birth control now. And they do have side effects, so leave the poor lady alone. She's probably already like super subconscious about that. Or self-conscious, not subconscious. You guys, it's too early. I'm gonna mess up some words. It's fine. Anyway, so you got the gossiping group, and then you got the people that are like the Netflix and chill people. They get onto the train. That's what I am. I'm a Netflix and chill guy. I get onto the train, whip up my phone, watch some Netflix, get on Facebook, social media, whatever, you know. Maybe watch some YouTube if I got connection, because usually in the train station in Chicago you don't got any connection. So I just download some movies off of Netflix and watch them when I get on the train. That to me is awesome. I got to watch one whole episode of Dexter on the way there, one whole episode coming back. You know, I could finish a whole season in like a week. That's fucking awesome. And I don't even have to try to make time for it. That's just my normal time. My normal time lets me watch almost 2.5 or 2 hours of Netflix a day. That's awesome, bro. So that's how I go. I whip up my phone. I'm a Netflixer, and you know, that's about it. And I mean, I guess that's another group of people, the headphone group, where we just like do our own thing. We're in our own world. We pay attention only to ourselves, and you know, don't give a shit about anything else. Enjoy your time on the train. Take advantage of it. It's time to kick back and relax after a long day or before a long day. And it's always a good thing to have a little bit of time for yourself. At least that's how I think about, you know, my commute. I have some time rather than, you know, me driving back and forth like this. It's a lot better if I could just kick back and watch some Netflix, maybe take a quiet nap, you know. So just gotta know what you want, man. So let me know what kind of person you think you are when it comes to Metra traveling. I know some of you guys that follow me live in Chicago, or live in the suburbs of Chicago, and you know, you guys probably all have your own type of traveling. I mean, there's also the CTA, which is the transportation system inside of the actual city of Chicago, and I know there's some ratchet ass shit that goes on in there, so I'm happy that I take the Metra. I feel like it's a more sophisticated form of transportation. It's not the cheapest, they're never on time, but I'd rather take the Metra than the CTA any day. So let me know what kind of person you are when it comes to commuting to and from the city. Alright guys, have a good one. What?